We're good. I can.
Good afternoon, hockey fans. Welcome to the Ford Ice Center for tonight's ACHA matchup between the LSU Tigers and your Boston Peay Governor. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors, the LSU Tigers. At left defenseman number 83, Eric Roth. At right defenseman number 6, Sam Lohmeyer. At center number 3, Brandon Olivas. At right wing number 5, Dylan Murray. At left wing, number 13, Ethan Webb. And in goal for LSU, number 35, Patrick Ryan. And now, your starters for the Austin Peay Governor. At left wing, number 88, Andy Leeds. At center, number 22, Dalton Alejandro. At right wing, number 7, Dylan Carrington. And defenseman number 13, Cale Lewis. And defenseman number 16, Josh Wolf. And in goal for the Governors, number 1, Dylan Wells. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please stand as you are able. Gentlemen, kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
LSU comes roaring into the Ford Ice Center with their 5-plus goals a game as they face their first road trip this season. As the Governors try to find their confidence. And as the Governors, after getting swept by UAH, with the return of Jackson Smith and the freshmen exceeding their confidence, and along with new uniforms, Austin Peay might just got their swagger back with potential to get a home win for the first time this season. From the Ford Ice Center in Clarksville, Tennessee, it's the 2-1-1 Louisiana State University Tigers versus the 1-5 Austin Peay Governors. I'm Mario Bedingfield alongside Hugh Wheeler. Hugh, what's the players to watch here, starting with LSU?
Well, for LSU, we're starting with Brandon Olivas. He's one of the starters tonight here for the Bayou Tigers. He's a big part of their offensive game. We'll see how he can do that for the Tigers here tonight in Clarksville. Meanwhile, for Austin Peay, we've got the big man, 5 goals on the year. Dalton Alejandro has had a tremendous season so far. He leads the team in scoring. We'll see if he's able to help Austin Peay win themselves a second game of the season here tonight, Mario.
And let's also get into the keys to the game now, starting with the LSU Tigers.
Yeah, LSU needs to come into Clarksville and quiet this crowd as soon as they can and keep Austin Peay's momentum dead. Now, for Austin Peay, they need to stay disciplined on defense. We talked with Coach beforehand. He's talked about how this LSU team plays through the whistle. They're a tough team. We'll see if Austin Peay is able to bend but not break tonight on defense so much as they might have done against the UAH Chargers.
Hugh, we get ready for puck drop here in Clarksville, Tennessee, as LSU's looking for their first win. LSU's looking for their third win of the season. They're M3 Independent coming to Clarksville as puck drop starts up. As Alejandro, LSU will try to get out of the defensive zone. A quick shot.
That's a lot of what Austin Peay will want to do is hit them quick before they can even realize it for the Tigers.
And let's start talking about here. What did we hear from LSU's coach earlier in the game, Hugh? Or excuse me, for LSU's coach from hearing from them from the start of the game.
Well, he talked to us before about how this is their first road trip on the season. Of course, it's the third year of this program down in Baton Rouge. We'll see what they're coming up with fire tonight, but he said they're glad to be healthy and that they're here and ready to play.
And what do we hear here going from talking with Coach Eastwood for Austin Peay earlier before the game started, Hugh?
Well, Coach Eastwood had talked to us about how this LSU team, he got to watch some film on them over the last some of their games so far this year, and they're a tough fighting team, and we'll see how Austin Peay is able to play 60 minutes with them.
Hugh, it's also the return of Jackson Smith to Austin Peay's lineup. It's going to be exciting to see what he's going to do here for the Governors later on in this game.
Yeah, he was a huge part of the offense last year. We'll see if he's able to get anything done here tonight.
As Dunbar smokes it to the left, and Panther gets rocked as Austin Peay trying to win the possession.
Yeah, it's a little interesting defensive strategy from Austin Peay there. Blake Roadhamel is sitting in front of the net and not even chasing the guy on the back of the boards.
As LSU trying to win the puck, here they do. And now a pass off the pads of Wells. Wells starting goal tonight for Austin Peay.
Yeah, it was a big hit from the Austin Peay defense to keep Dunbar out from scoring an opportunity.
As Austin Peay tries to clear as far as Dunbar. And Hugh, how does Austin Peay contain LSU's offense? They're coming in scoring 5 goals a game, at least since the first game of LSU season.
Yeah, it's an offensive machine that we've seen out of LSU so far this year. And The Governors, of course, haven't been able to get too much going on defense so far, but they might be able to surprise some guys with this being LSU's first road game of the year.
As Leonard goes away with the puck, he's on the right wing. Leonard makes a move, and it's passed out as LSU will control possession in the neutral zone.
Yeah, Austin Peay looking fresh with these new uniforms tonight, Mario, but a little bit of a sloppy play to keep that puck in the offensive zone. Didn't quite work out in the favor of Justin Bruneau. He was trying to do so, but he just couldn't quite keep that puck in.
Also, how does LSU how does Austin Peay deal with the physicality of this LSU team? As Kane Eastwood earlier before this game was talking to us about how this team plays similar to Austin Peay.
Well, Kane Eastwood was talking to us about how he's excited that the team is healthy finally. They've missed freshman Aaron Anderson, who Eastwood is excited about since the EKU series. They're getting Dylan Karen Jeff back, who's back from a concussion, and Jackson Smith, as we talked about earlier, is also back in the lineup. So hopefully some offensive momentum is what is the recipe for the success for the Govs tonight.
As the puck sweeps around for Webb to pick it up, and now it's at the doorstep of the goal.
Yeah, the brilliant opportunity there from the starter, Ethan Webb, the senior, just could not find it in, and Will is able to keep him out.
As Kel Lewis will just hops the puck, as that will be an icing.
Yeah, he freezes the puck again. I'm liking a lot of what Austin Peay is doing so far in this game as far as on defense. So the couple of plays that maybe we wanted to get, but we got a nice crowd here that's out here supporting Austin Peay tonight. Of course, they're probably enjoying some of that defensive action that has happened so far for the Governors. Some nice scoring opportunities too.
And Hugh, back to your point on what was happening here defensively for the Governors so far.
Well, the Governors have been able to keep the pucks out of the net. A couple of cross-ice passes that were broken up so far. Couple of nice plays to get the puck out of the corner. Just haven't been able to put it all together with an offensive score yet.
As LSU breaks it out towards the left wing. And Cranjeff with the hit.
Yeah, you know, Coach talked about him missing time for a concussion. Let's hope he doesn't get a second one immediately. Some nice hitting, though, in the corner.
As slap shot towards the netting. And we'll have a face-off in the left circle.
Yeah, and a nice fresh change of players as we get back out here.
Let's reset the lines out right now. For LSU, it's Maskey, Olavis, Dunbar, along with Roth.
And McCutch over there in the number 8.
Austin Peay right now has Singleton out there. Sullivan, as a pass escapes the stick of Maskey. McCutch rolls around, looks for a Tiger. Anderson with the blocked the shot.
Yeah, there was a couple nice plays. Oh, and another hit nicely done from Olivas. He's had a couple of really nice plays here on this shift already. Has a good try for get a cross-ice pass over to try and get his man. Unfortunately, could not connect, but very good scoring opportunities for the Tigers.
Davis on the right wing, looks for a cross-point pass. Not able to find him as Sullivan working for possession, uses his shoulder, and now the crowd urging Anderson on to try to get the puck. He spins around. He has Sullivan for a quick pass if he tries to attempt it. But Anderson.
He knew he didn't have anything there on the pass, tried to go around with it. Oh, the ref's got his hand up. We're going to get a call probably for tripping.
It's a delayed penalty as Olavis.
Yeah, they're going to bring this all the way back to or they're going to keep this down at this end. Looks like we've got number 11, Sam Singleton, in the box. So you see the crowd looking on. It's some sights that you remember.
As it's the lacrosse team out, they had a really good weekend here against Vanderbilt, winning 18-3.
Yeah, that's right. That was a nice effort from the newest edition of the Austin Peay Athletics Department.
As you'll be seeing them a lot more here at Forterra Stadium. As Panzer. Alejandro tries to chase after it. Of course, the player to watch, and
so Singleton and Alejandro down with tripping penalties. Or actually, that one was a hook. The first one was a tripping penalty, excuse me. Nice raucous crowd tonight. A lot of LSU fans here is what I'm being surprised by.
Of course, LSU has 2 players from Tennessee, the Middle Tennessee area to be exact. Brandon Olevas, our player to watch from Brentwood, Tennessee, the junior. And also Landrick Maskey, the freshman from Franklin, Tennessee. On the white point, Panzer with his shot, misses.
Yeah, Mayeski's looking to have some good chances. Nearly had a goal earlier on 2 different chances in the last offensive
Right
possession.
point, Panzer. Oh, off the bar. Excuse me, off the glass.
Yeah, we had a really nice angle of that one.
As Panzer tries to work the right circle. Back towards the left point. As shot, and it's in. The Tigers strike first.
Jake Panzer, number 61, had just a perfect opportunity to throw this in the back of the net. As you see here, they were working it inside, and a puck just goes off of a stick from the goalie, and it sails carelessly by him. Wells has no chance to get back to that, and that's a 1-0 game, Mario.
Austin Peay just late to the rebound off of the shot. And the second chance effort gets the Tigers on the board first.
Giving the assist to Detchman and Eric Roth as we hear the PA announcer. It's good play by the Tigers so far in this one.
And now it's a power play goal for the Tigers as well, as it's 5-on-4 now.
Yeah, it's nice you get one of your penalty men back, but you try to kill it, make sure that no goals do happen, but sometimes they will.
And Hugh, how does a power play goal change the outlook of this game so far in the first period for Austin Peay?
Well, I think you saw it with Leonard just there as he was getting hit so super hard. He's a little slow to get up. You know, the momentum just kind of sucks out of the air once a goal happens.
Wells slows the puck down with his glove, and we'll have a face-off.
Yeah, he gobbled that one up there. Made sure this game stayed at 1-0 for the moment. Only 29 seconds left in the power play. You just want maybe one more good clear out of the zone, and Austin Peay will escape less harmed than it could have been.
29 seconds left on the power play, and Hugh, how does Austin Peay deal with the forecheck here how does Austin Peay deal with the forecheck here and try to solve their issues there in this game against LSU?
Well, we haven't had too many forechecking opportunities yet. Haven't not gotten across the red line too much just yet, but a lot of opportunity.
Anderson tries to pull past. No, tries to pull past Dunbar.
Yeah, a lot of good pass bucking play that we've seen from Austin Peay so far. They get around.
As that shot is in! Sullivan! Digger! 1-1. The Governors tie it.
The Governors tie that up. Yeah, well, what a wraparound play to get that from 22. getting that in on the net is Sullivan. It was just a beautifully well-executed play. And like you were just talking about with forechecks, it was a nice forecheck opportunity that translates into a goal for Austin Peay. And right away, right out of that second power play, it's an even game once again. And the crowd's going crazy, Mario.
Don Alejandro with the assist. He was our players to watch going into this game for Austin Peay. Feeds Sullivan, and Sullivan with the blast to send Austin Peay to a tie game. It's 1-1. Wolf sends it on net.
That was a nice tap chance from Singleton, just could not get over the goalie's shoulder.
And how huge is that for the confidence for the Governors here in this game?
Well, right back away, the momentum for LSU just kind of sits there. Maybe even has died all the way. Who knows? But Austin Peay, yeah, it looks a lot more alive out there on that last shift.
As Deckman loses the puck.
Smith with a nice chip to bring that into the back corner. Let the forechecking commence. And we couldn't keep it out. That's okay, though.
And Hugh, with Austin Peay, how do they mix the old with the new here for this season?
Well, I think Austin Peay's just got to work on, now that they've got everybody healthy, you could put together the lineup you want to roll with for the rest of the season, and hopefully it'll translate into results.
And also, how is LSU dealing with the road environment early on here in the Ford Ice Center, this being one of the toughest places to play, arguably in MD3 college hockey?
Well, getting called for a cross-checking penalty is not going to help it, but they have been dealing with it pretty well up until this point as Doyle goes into the box and the crowd starting "Let's Go Peay" chants.
Well, you can't do that. As the power play is going to be a power play here for the for the Austin Peay Governors.
Yeah, it's a good look at what the Austin Peay power play is capable of. Alejandro coming up for the face-off.
5-on-4.
I almost called it a snap. What is this, football? Lewis taking that puck around the back of the net.
And if you're Austin Peay, how do you get this power play going here this season? They haven't had many chances on the power play, as that was Majewski, the freshman, who zooms the Governor.
Yeah, the Tennessean just hit a guy like Patrick Willis. That was quite a hit onto the boards. You could hear that on the glass from here.
As Alejandro looked to tuck it in, but great job by Patrick Ryan to make the save.
Yeah, it was a good play. Austin Peay doing a lot of good things right now.
8:25 in the first period if you're just joining in. The Governors tied it at 1 after LSU got on the board first.
Alejandro trying to block that one from going down the ice, unable to fully get a hand on it, but got a little bit. That puck goes out of play.
And Hugh, it's a homecoming for several LSU players here. As again, this crowd on hand, it's a bumper-to-bumper crowd, full sellout, nearly, or about is, at the Ford Ice Center. Always good to see the support out here by these Governor fans and the traveling LSU fans as well.
I saw a couple of those fans with the new merch. I want to try and get my hands on some of that.
Multiple places to get the new Governors hockey jersey gear. As the Governors trying to go behind the net, try to control the puck down low on the boards, Hugh, and try to create an offensive chance. Trying to open up the point as the shot by Smith saved. by Ryan.
Yeah, Smith trying to get back into the swing of it with a goal early. Tried to rifle that one into the top net before LSU's goalie could even look at getting another offensive faceoff, Mario.
The return of Jackson Smith. Smith passes. As this puck deflects up to the netting. And Hugh, Austin Peay's freshman, earning their stripes so far this season. How does this help kickstart the veterans to go out and have fun and try to win here in this game?
Well, I know in the NHL, all the vets like to talk about how the rookies make them feel a little bit younger each year when they get excited, when they see their excitement getting out there for the first time on NHL ice. So I can imagine that these vets here for the Austin Peay Governors are rather eager to see some fresh faces out there.
Especially those that push you to your highest potential. Iron sharpens iron is the old saying here.
Yeah, that's exactly what
breakaway
it's
opportunity. Doyle loses the puck in space.
Yeah,
now gets it back. And now it's a chance here for Anderson. Floats towards the left point, circles around.
He dumps it for
Passes
Bruneau.
to Bruneau. And Hugh, back to what you were saying about Austin Peay earlier.
Yeah, Austin Peay just doing some good stuff on offense right now, keeping LSU at bay ever since that goal had happened. And Dylan Wells able to scoop that one up nicely. We're going to finally get a defensive handoff in Austin Peay's zone. It's been a minute since that's happened.
The always venerable Dylan Wells here. The everyday goaltender starting that net here for Austin Peay. Austin Peay and LSU, both teams that are very similar in physicality against each other. And that definitely these styles are going to clash, and you're going to see it here all weekend. Hugh, what does this matchup hold this weekend for both these teams stylistically?
I think Austin Peay, it's a lot more if you're trying to figure out your style still, you know. It's been a little bit rough go for the Governors, but I think LSU's kind of figured out a lot of their style already, you know. They're high-paced offense, 5 goals or more a game.
Shot on net scores. It's Christian McGutch, the freshman, for the second goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, they break the tie here. You can see McCutch passing that one over to the defenseman who gets that one back on net. He's just able to clean up the rebound before Wells or another defender can get to it, and it's a 2-1 game for the Baton Rouge Tigers.
So far, the Governors struggling on the second puck. As off the first puck, they were doing pretty good. It's going to be that trying to deal with the rebounds and the battle at the net is going to be key to the rest of this game for the Governors to be competitive here tonight.
Yeah, Austin Peay looking to get that one back in there now.
Hugh, how does Austin Peay turn the net battle around here in the slide?
Austin Peay's just got to keep these pucks going up the ice like they're trying to do here.
As Leeds. Freshman will just send it halfway across the boards. Alejandro nearly goes into a play. Leeds, left circle. His shot is blocked.
Yeah, a lot of passes I would like to see the Governors kind of take back a little bit. Maybe just send it backwards once or twice to the blue line, get them involved a little bit on the offense. But Austin Peay making a lot more offensive chances than we're accustomed to seeing so far in the season.
As the Tigers cleared that away, but only for icing to be called.
Yeah, we're going to come back down on the ice. Austin Peay's going to get some fresh legs out there while LSU has to skate some more. We've got Murray out there. We've got Roth. They look a little tired at this point. Austin Peay's going to roll with Jackson Smith at the face-off, Parker at the left wing, Wolf at the hot defensive spot.
And Hugh, the longer these shifts last for LSU, the more scoring opportunities that the Governors are going to get.
That is true. They're going to break LSU's defensive strategy at some point here if they just keep applying some pressure.
As Austin Peay skating in motion with each other, trying to break it out on the wing. Smith
It's a good pass. From
regains
number
the puck,
45.
but LSU takes it away. And a charging it by Kale Lewis.
Yeah. That was a nice play by Ethan Webb trying to get that up the ice, but Kale Lewis just too much for him that time.
How about Parker putting in some nice work effort right there to try to get the puck for Peay. As Wells with the save.
Yeah, Murray with a nice shot on goal there, just keeping Wells honest right now. Neither goalie's too much seeing very much as the fans are getting a little into it now, but Austin Peay taking another defensive zone face-off right now.
It will be Murray and Murray and Alejandro on the face-off. As Webb Austin Peay skating down. Snow.
Anderson getting bullied a little bit in the corner as Webb tries to fight for that puck out, but Sullivan saves him.
Austin Peay was 4-0 here a season ago. Not looking so good here at home to start the year. Of course, losing to Georgia and also getting swept by UAH here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But finding a win against Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah, they found that win against EKU, and it was a good occasion for the Governors at that point in the season. But now that they've got everybody healthy, even though it's a 2-1 game, the shot totals are pretty similar to each other. So pretty not evenly contested game so far.
The shots are 10-8 in favor of LSU, but not by a lot.
Yeah, and now we're going to get another face-off for LSU. Looks like this will be Leonard taking it for the Governors at this point. We're going to see if they're able to break something out. Some little miscommunication on that last play between the defensive line for the Governors, but nothing to stress too much about.
As the tie-up on the face-off, LSU coming away with the puck. Panzer shot, rips towards the outside of the post.
We're going to get Bruneau taking that out of the...
As Bernat smashes into Lohmeyer.
Yeah, speaking of Bruneau, he just levels Lohmeyer down. Ooh, he gets some chippiness from Leonard now over there.
McNair patted away by Wells. Gulina. It kicks off the skate with Governor. As Leonard drop pass to Bruneau. Bruneau shot. Smokes the glass. It's the Tigers. Dunbar floats a shot.
Yeah, great efforts by both sides on that play, but Austin Peay, of course, getting that really nice setup look after blocking the shot, taking Gliana's shot and taking it up the ice.
Dunbar making some moves, but stopped on the pads of Wells. Wells says no, sir.
Mayeski a part of that opportunity, trying to get that going.
As LSU looking to break it out, playing a little ring around the Posey with the puck here. As Wolf.
So yeah, now with only about 55 seconds left in the period, I'd say Austin Peay should hold their heads a little bit high from what they played so far. I mean, You've been blown off of the ice by Huntsville a couple of times, but now you're out here against a team that scores 5 goals a game. You've given them a lot of tough efforts.
Olivier is winning the face-off here for LSU. Olavis, excuse me. Alejandro. It's Leaks. As the referee
calls an offside.
He's going to call offsides.
Yeah. It's some good stuff, though, I've seen from the Governors so far. You know, a lot of shots from the top of the key, trying to get that one in before the goalie could even realize it. Some nice efforts. Just a little miscommunication here and there is all.
Olavis winning the face-off again for the Tigers. He's been a huge difference as why LSU's up. The face-off's Dunbar, who's been able to just groove his way around the defense of Austin Peay so far. As looking for Dunbar. Dunbar stopped by Wells, off the rebound, scores.
Yeah, it's a great effort from LSU to get the bodies onto the net, fighting by the defensive efforts from Corinne, Jeff, from the Governors and others. LSU just battling for that puck. As you see, they get it. They get the 2-on-0 chance here. Wells is able to stop that first one, but Dunbar is able to just throw it into the back of the net before anyone is able to say something about it, and the Tigers are now up 3-1 with 16 seconds to go in the period.
And earlier, Hugh, coming into this game, LSU has scored 5 goals in every game they played since the semester has started. And once again, almost at that total here in the first period.
Yeah, and Governors, of course, getting an offsides chance now. Just some tough breaks happen in the game of hockey, and it's more of a matter of living with it.
Leg up for Smith. Smith trying to find his first goal of the season.
That was a great move by Smith to dribble that one up the ice. Just unable to connect on it, and it's a 3-1 game.
Quick thoughts on the first period, Hugh.
I think Governors showed a lot of fight in that one, getting 10 shots on goal compared to LSU's 16. This is a lot closer than we've seen these games, folks. It's been nice.
As the Tigers are up 3-1 at the end of the first period. You're watching Govs Hockey on the Austin Peay Sports Network.
Welcome, everybody. Dylan Walton here with APSU-TV, and today we have another special guest. Now, normally we don't dive into this sport, but, you know, this semester we've hit volleyball, we have football, basketball is upcoming, track and field, cross country, tennis. We've knocked out everything, but there's one left on the board that we haven't got to yet. You know, former teammate of Reese Britt, one of my favorite golfers now of Austin Peay, Mr. Patton Samuels. Patton, how you feeling today, brother?
What's going on? Thanks for having me on here.
I appreciate you. You had a good day so far?
Good day so far.
All right, that's not bad, man. So we're finna sit down and have this great conversation. I want to start off, Patton, your childhood. Where did you grow up? Well, obviously you're local. How was it growing up, and how did you get into the game of golf?
Yeah, so I grew up around here in Clarksville. Played a lot of baseball growing up, actually. Wasn't much into golf, and then just kind of got into it probably around the age of 12 or 13, and realized that I enjoy like working by myself. I didn't like being around anybody else. You know, I liked the aspect of everything was on me, whether it was good or bad, you know, if that makes sense. And so then I just stuck to it and started working hard. Eventually found myself in the opportunity to go to the University of Mississippi for 2 years. Went there, played some golf, played some good golf, but just realized at the end of the day, like, that just wasn't a fit for me. And so I thought about coming home. Coach Key gave me the great opportunity to come home, and now I'm helping my hometown team, you know, try and win some golf tournaments.
Yeah, like you said, you started getting around golf 12, 13 after playing baseball. What got you into it? Like, did you go out with some friends? Was it a family member? Like, what got you into it?
My grandfather was a big part of that. My dad played college baseball actually here at Austin Peay, and so he was, like I said, a big baseball guy. But my grandfather kind of really, he took us out, me and my brother took us out there all the time, but we never really got into it. And then one day I was just like, can you teach me more about it? And so he just started teaching me the game, and I loved it from then on.
Okay, so baseball, before we move on, let me guess, You give me more.
I looked a lot different when I was like 10 and 12, so.
But you were like a little chunky or something?
I was a little skinny.
Oh, you were skinny? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me guess. I would either say pitcher or shortstop.
I play both.
Ah,
I played both. Yeah.
Money.
Yeah, I wasn't the best pitcher, but I was kind of like when we didn't have any arms, I'd go in.
Yeah.
I'd take some breaks.
Okay. So got into the game of golf, like you said, you were able to go to Ole Miss. But before then, before you committed, if anybody don't know, Ole Miss is one of the top golf programs, and I mean anything SEC is
right.
top of the top at this point. But you were number 2 ranked. Mm-hmm. How was that as a junior golfer having that high status in that high school area?
Yeah, it was cool. It just shows that hard work goes a long way. Tennessee's got a really good state, for golf. Our golf in the state of Tennessee is top notch for the size that we're at. We can't compete with Texas or California, Florida, all that. But like other states, we're right there at the highest. But no, it was cool. We had a lot of tournaments going on, a lot of friends, traveling together. I think that was the coolest part, was just having the friends there with you, the top, 5 in the state or whatever.
Yeah.
We go out of state, we go, out of town and go play tournaments. And so I think that was the most fun in that, style.
Okay. Do you remember like your first tournament win as a junior, or like one of your biggest moments as a junior?
I would say, I don't remember my first win. I played a lot of like random tournaments when I was like 13 or 14. But I would say the most memorable was probably my sophomore year. I won the state tournament for our school. And that was cool because I'd set a goal out in 7th grade of like, I'm going to win twice. And then I lost by 1 my freshman year, so that kind of stung a little bit, and then came back sophomore year and actually won it. So that was probably the moment where I was like, okay, I put my mind to it, I got it. What else can I do in the game of golf?
Yeah. And how did that game, like being in that junior environment with a bunch of your friends, a bunch of peers, traveling all around the world, playing golf at some beautiful golf courses, first of all, how did that shape your game?
It was cool. It allowed me to realize that like golf isn't everything. The like you said, the places we went, the courses we played, the friends that were there. It was more so like enjoying the times that we had together, not necessarily the golf. Good or bad, we're still gonna have each other at the end of the day. And I think that was the coolest part, to kind of put myself in perspective of like what life's really about.
Okay. So now before we get into Austin Peay, Ole Miss, obviously it's the SEC. I know that's what brought you in. But other than the SEC, it being a part of the SEC, what initially drew you to attend Ole Miss?
Yeah, so it's cool, like we just talked about, having friends. Yeah. So one of my best friends growing up, he lives like 45 minutes from here in Dixon, Tennessee. Yeah. He actually went to Ole Miss as well, and he committed before I did. And so that kind of drew me in, like being on a team with him. We grew up together, we played together, let's see what we can do in college together. Yep. So not only him, but the facilities. It's more southern than Clarksville, so the better weather, for sure. You can play year round. The facilities were good. And at the end of the day, like you said, it's the SEC. So who doesn't want to go there? Yeah,
okay. And like you said earlier, you mentioned it just wasn't the right fit, and you end up coming here. What was that process like? The transfer portal process now is just ridiculous.
Crazy.
So how was that? Like you said, it was pretty easy for you because you knew you wanted to come home, but just that entire transfer portal process, how was it for you?
Yeah, no doubt. It was tough because I didn't want to leave Ole Miss, obviously, but at the same time, I had to do what was right for me. And in that moment, I wasn't feeling the game of golf. I felt like I was very distant from it, didn't want to practice, and felt like I needed somewhere where I could be happy, like in my lifestyle, not just golf. And so that's when I kind of told myself, you have to give up something to gain something. And so I had to give up the SEC and all the cool stuff we got, the cool places we went. And then kind of talked with Coach Key and was like, look, I'm coming from a different perspective than most transfer guys, right? It's not, I didn't get cut, I didn't get kicked off. I had to leave for personal issues. Yeah. And now, everything's been great since I've been here, and props to Coach Key for allowing me in this program.
It's the hometown loving.
It's the hometown.
It's the hometown. Quickly, before we get into Austin Peay, I got to bring it up, man. So you've played I'm pretty sure in your junior level, you played in TGA, Tennessee Golf Association. For a lot of people that don't know, if you don't have watched the show, I was blessed to intern with the Tennessee Golf Association this summer, and that's how I formally met Patton. And not the best of circumstances. He played phenomenal. But brother, I'm hurt. It was my fault. I'm gonna preface it for you. It was my fault. I was hyping you up, bro. I was talking trash. I was like, we bleed red. I was like, it's Gov County down here. We out of our jurisdiction, but it still reign the same. Gov Nation to the day I die.
That's right.
And that's my fault for putting it in the air like that. So that's on me. I got to do my part. Bro, and just let the game, let the game flow. So that's my fault. That's my fault. But that whole week, man, in Knoxville, Tennessee, you played phenomenal. You played out of your mind. Just walk me through that entire tournament, and then walk me down hole 18, the final round, and just everything that went through, man.
Yeah, it was a fun week for sure. Like you said, I had Reese Britt on the bag. Phenomenal guy. You can't get much better than Reese. And so we joked, we laughed, we got serious when we needed to, and obviously I was executing what we were trying to get done, playing really good golf, and it was a good week. Things were flowing the way they were supposed to. Found myself in a position come the last day to win a golf tournament, and that's all you can ask for. Before I get into what happened, that's all you can ask for is at the end of the day on the final round, just put yourself in position to win a golf tournament and see if you can go do it. That said.
Because you were, I want to say, like 7, 8 under, somewhere around there?
Yeah, I was, I think, like, 6, 7 under, something like that, something crazy like that, going into the last hole. And then I had a 1-shot lead. Things were going smooth. I'm not going to lie, I was shaking in my boots, though. I was nervous as all
Everybody was. We followed y'all from, 15 on?
We had a crowd. And you don't get that often in college golf. So the amateur status and stuff like that, that's fun. So we get there, and I'm nervous and didn't hit a good shot off the tee box, and then we kind of made a bad decision. Reese blames it on himself. I blame it on myself. It was kind of just a terrible situation in the moment. Hit another bad shot. Long story short. I lost by 1. I made a bogey. The other guy made a birdie.
Man, that was tough.
And so, that happens, though. That's golf. At the end of the day, like I said, you gotta want to be in those positions. The more positions you're in like that to win a golf tournament, the more you'll win the golf tournament. Yeah, and I was hurt myself. I'm not trying to take all the light away from you. I was hurt myself. The car ride home was the worst. It was bad. Bad.
It was the worst. They were grilling me. They were like, "You did all of that," and I was like, "Look, I still ride.
That's right.
I still ride with Patton all day and all night." I said, you give me Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, you give me anybody, and I'm taking Patton Samuels in 5. That's the thing.
Patton Samuels in 5. That's the thing.
But honestly, man, it was honestly the highlight of my summer. That whole tournament, it was hot.
It was a great week.
It was hot.
Great week.
Yeah, but it was just, that's when I understood what golf really was about. Those last 4 to 5 holes, the game is on the line. You just got to.
That's why experience is so big in golf. You see in other sports like workout, practice, get your skill right for the game itself. But golf is different in a sense of you kind of have to have some experience because, for myself, I had been in situations like that before, but not at the Tennessee State Am where the USAM is on the line, right? Yeah. And so you're playing for bigger things than just that tournament itself. But I think the more times that a player can get in those situations and feel the nerves, feel the pressure, feel the heat in those situations, the better off they're going to be for the future.
Yep. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your second full season here?
This is my second full season.
Okay, second full season. Last year you had a great season, but you've kicked it into gear coming in. You have 4 straight rounds as of right now, shooting in the 60s. What's the credit to the hot start?
Yeah, I think a lot of it goes to the team. We push ourselves each and every day. And we just kind of get after it with each other, and so that means when we go to the tournaments, get on the course, it's I don't have to be perfect. So it takes the stress off of everybody. 1 through 5 takes everybody away from trying to be perfect, and they can just go have fun. And I think that's what I've been doing really good this year is not putting too much pressure on myself, not feeling like I've got to go do something insane, to help the team because each and every person has their own job 1 through 5, and so I think. Just having fun and enjoying it while you're out there is big for me.
Okay. So what's been the best part? Obviously, you guys only had, I want to say, just 2 tournaments.
Just had 2 tournaments.
Yeah. So what's been the best part that you've seen about your team so far, only with just 2 tournaments in this fall part of the season?
I think the idea of learning day in, day out. I think a lot of teams struggle with that in college golf because golf is an individual sport. How can you learn, from your peers and your teammates? But I think everybody on the team asks questions. They're curious. They want to learn. And I think that's big for our sport, is because if you can learn from your teammates, from your coaches, and then go travel with those same guys, it's like you have nothing but success coming your way.
Okay, and then my last question before we get into a series of fun questions, then I'll get out your hair, brother. Since coming to Austin Peay, what have you seen your game grow at a greater level? I mean, it's hard to top the SEC, but it's not, like you said, it's individual. So what has your game gotten to? Is it the driving? Is it the calmness when you get to a tee box? Like, what have you seen the biggest development in your game since coming here?
I'd probably have to say the mental side of things. Not a lot changes physically. It's just more mental. Like I said, not putting too much pressure on myself. Obviously, at the SEC level, you feel like you've got to perform, to the best of your ability every single round. But here, you still want to perform that way, but the stress is a little less. And I think mentally, I've been a lot better at calming myself down, like you said, and being able to just accept, like, okay, I have a bad hole. It's over with. Ain't nothing I can do about it now, right? And so I think that moving forward, the next couple tournaments, and then also in the spring, I think that's what I'm going to take in and help the team with, is just kind of mentally calming everybody down, calming myself down, and just going out and having fun doing what we do.
Okay. I like that. Doing what he do. If y'all don't know, he shoots 60s. That's what he do. He only shoots in the 60s for real. But I got 4 quick fun questions for you, brother. And then that's it. So here we go. We're going to start off with a good one, I think. Would you rather dunk in an iron shot from the fairway or sink like a 60-plus foot putt?
Probably an iron shot.
Iron shot?
Yeah.
What's the feeling from that? I can barely get off the tee box, but my chipping and putting is pretty
nice
decent.
with it?
Yeah, I'm pretty decent.
I love that.
Drained like a 20-footer a couple days ago.
Come on now.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I would say the feeling is like everything's perfect. Your goal is to make the shot.
Yeah.
Right. And so obviously you don't really do it often. That's why it's so cool when you do. But I think it's like everything went together perfectly.
Okay. So golf starts early. If a lot of people don't know. Do you have like a pregame breakfast or pregame snack?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Oh, yeah. So we do, when we're on the road, we'll be either in a hotel or a house, condo, whatever. Yeah. And one of the coaches will go get normally Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, and they'll bring it back. We'll eat, and then we'll go to the course as a team. Everybody's got their own stretching routine. Everybody's body's different, so everybody kind of does their own thing. Mine consists of just getting out there, working on my lower back, do some stretches, do some mobility, do some quick functional movements to get the blood flowing, and then I go into my warm-up, and then we go play.
It's game time. So are you like a McGriddle, hotcakes and sausage, chicken minis, chicken biscuit?
I'm a big hash brown guy.
Okay.
So at Chick-fil-A, I'm going chicken hash brown bowl with some Chick-fil-A sauce on the side. And then at McDonald's, I'm going sausage burritos.
Okay. High C, lemonade, apple juice. Okay.
Water.
Stay hydrated.
You won't see me drinking much else other than water.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Last 2. Favorite golf course you've been to, excluding your home course?
It's got to be Augusta National.
Okay.
Yeah. We had the pleasure and the blessing, honestly, to go play that when I was at Ole Miss. To go play there, and we took a plane over and played the par 3 course, and then played the real course. I mean, it was a fever dream of a day. I mean, it was insane.
No,
But yeah,
that's a bucket list.
That's a bucket list for sure.
That's a bucket list.
I mean, I'm stoked to say I've played there. Yeah. It's awesome.
Okay, last one. Do you have like a lucky shirt, color combo outfit type of thing, like before you got a game?
So I used to when I was little, because I didn't get a bunch of shirts. Here I get shirts from Austin Peay, and
every day,
I'm
every week.
blessed enough to have a NIL deal with a shirt company. So, but when I was younger, it was a black shirt, Under Armour black shirt, and then khaki shorts, and I'd wear it every final round. So regardless of where I was, or if it was dirty or clean, I was wearing it final round. And I don't know why. I don't know why I picked that, but that was my mantra.
The same socks and shoes too?
Nah, just the same shirt and shorts.
So you switch up the kicks, but not
switch up the kicks. Whatever was clean.
But you keeping.
But I'm keeping the shirt
Okay.
short, bro. It's crazy.
Hey,
It's crazy.
Hey, you know, whatever works.
Yeah.
You know, whatever works.
It worked.
So, I mean, hey, it got you here. It got you
me
to the
here.
number 2 golfer in the state.
That's right.
Man. So,
That's right.
But that's all we got today, man. I appreciate you for coming in, talking to us today. You got anything else that you want the people to know about you, anything like that?
I just say watch out for the Govs. Govs are hot.
Yeah, the
Govs are hot.
The Govs are rolling, baby. Thank you again. This is Dylan Walton here with Crunch Time APSU.
Welcome back to the Ford Ice Center here in Clarksville, Tennessee. The Tigers up early, 3-1 in the second period here, as we're just into the start of it. Hugh, what you seen from this first period of play?
Well, Austin Peay had a lot of nice scoring chances. Of course, that culminated in a goal from Mr. Brandon Sullivan, assisted by Dalton Alejandro.
As Maysky scores again, his second of the game.
How about that for a
Maysky
goal?
on the 2-on-1, tic-tac-toe.
Well, that makes now 2 goals in the last minute of play for the LSU Tigers as he get a nice cross-ice pass from Olivas, just got right by Wells.
It's a 4-1 advantage to the Tigers. Hugh, how does Austin Peay settle down here in this second period? As another move on the net, saved by Wells.
Yeah,
McCutch.
Austin Peay just had a couple of poor plays there at the end of the end of the first period and the beginning of the second period. Now at the 4-1 game, of course, we are admiring how much that Austin Peay had in shooting chances so far this night, but LSU able to score early.
LSU has a new line out there. Austin Peay sticking with their same line. As it's stolen away by Peay. Alejandro. They contain possession of the puck. As Dunbar will pass to Maysky.
Leonard with a nice neutral zone breakup.
As that shot hits the net.
Yeah,
Netting.
Austin Peay with a nice couple of defensive chances converted into offensive chances there as they were able to break up ice and get going. Some good play so far. Just wish you didn't let the goal in, you probably, if you're thinking in Austin Peay terms.
If you're Austin Peay, you have to stay on your toes defensively here. As Panzer. Austin Peay now is in the defensive zone.
As Zach Tate was working with the puck a little bit.
Smith.
Ref's going to let them play on. Peay looking for a penalty call there, but didn't get it.
As Peay slides the puck away. And LSU comes down the ice. McNair. Slow move towards the net off the backhand. Doesn't score on him in there again. Saved by Wells.
McNair with one of the dribbles of the night, Mario. I would say that was one of the most impressive plays we've seen so far.
Smith shot off the stick of Ryan.
Yeah, Smith looking for that top corner again as he's tried a couple of times tonight, just unable to find it.
As Smith looks to try to get the puck.
Lewis careens it in the deep. Look. Try to find a man up ice, unable to get it there. And offside's coming now for the Governors. We're going to have a face-off zone just outside the offensive zone for Austin Peay.
Hugh so far This crowd's giving great support here to the Governors at the Fordyce Center. The attendance has been amazing for this season for the Governors so far. Sullivan.
Yeah, a lot of young, impressionable minds. Maybe some of them will be hockey players someday.
We hope so, Hugh. As Lewis gets hit.
Hey, he took the hit, but he got the puck out of the zone. That's the best. That's what you got to ask for if you're Austin Peay right now.
LSU now is at the neutral zone. Galinde will have to send it behind the net. The 1-4 deep in McNair. Glenn. Shot misses the crease. Webb.
Sometimes you don't necessarily need to hit them as hard as humanly possible as much as you need to just make sure that they are no longer in control of that puck. Sometimes some of these guys like Doyle, I wish they would, or Wolf, they're working on it and they'll get better at it, but sometimes it's what it takes is not necessarily the home run hit. Like
That's
Sullivan.
a huge hit by Sullivan.
But then again, big hits are fun, Mario, and that's why we like to see them. Although we don't like to see injuries. Hopefully he's okay down there in the corner.
That's a...
As you see, Wolf getting off the ice now. A couple men around.
That's Lohmeyer who went down. Lohmeyer gets back up on his own power.
Crowd clapping him for him. Hopefully he's okay. As he looks to exit the ice off of Austin Peay's zone. Hopefully he's got everything under bearings. We'll see about it. He's at least probably not going to be on this shift, probably.
As we'll have a face-off
We're going to go
at center ice between Leonard
and Olivas.
Olivas, excuse me.
Austin Peay tried on the forecheck there, just unable to get it done.
As Wells will ice the puck. We'll have face-off on the right circle.
That was a great play by Wells. He had kicked the puck back out initially directly to the LSU attacker, but was able to keep that puck within his glove range and freeze it before anything worse happened.
Face-off at center ice. The Tigers win it. As Mayeski, who has 2 goals on the night, trying to go for the puck. The Governors steal it away. Trying to move is Leonard. Leonard is pushed off balance. Leonard on the right circle. Puck taken away on the back check. Great defensive shift from the Tigers. Mayeski moves. Has him going on the right side. Mayeski looking again to pass. But the Governors in transition, stopping them defensively. And icing will be called.
They waved it off.
By Ryan. They'll wave it off.
Rodhamel got that puck around.
Alejandro.
You got to skate back with that, but
Mayeski and his work ethic so far in this game has been nice to watch here for the Tigers.
good pass
And
block.
it's taken away by Bernat. Bernat shifts it towards the left side for the pass, and the puck will be iced and froze.
Yes. Ooh, looks like we get some extracurriculars over there. McCutch is getting involved in there. Olivas is getting escorted out. Oh, they're putting them in the box.
And it's a penalty.
Ah. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's a 2-minute power play.
We're going to see what Austin Peay does with this, as they're going to get a
For the Governors.
face-off. Sullivan is going to take it. Jackson Smith playing the top corner at the defensive spot. Let's see if he can get something off of his stick.
And Hugh, if you're Austin Peay, on this power play, you want shots, you want a lot of them.
Yeah, you want to hold the puck down in that zone, make LSU tired. Penalty kills can really wear you down as a defense. So Austin Peay getting some shots on net right now is exactly what they need to try and get themselves back in this game.
Let's go, Peay. Chance breaking out here at the Ford Ice Center as they try to rally on their Governors here to try to score a goal.
It's a nice drop pass. Get it to Jackson Smith. Over
Single
to
in,
Singleton.
back skates. Now goes towards the side, makes him, drops him. As Singleton looking for the shot. Just barely misses. Hands there.
Great effort and chance. So Jackson Smith unable to get back there in time.
The Governors take it away again. Sullivan scored a goal in the first period this evening.
Singleton trying to forecheck him, unable to do so. That puck's going to go all the way down to Wells. They're going to wave that icing off, though.
As Wells will just leave it for Smith to tend to. As Smith looking for the breakout pass. Finds Wolf.
And Alejandro sends it down deep. They're going to wave that icing off as well. And now Wolf is getting this with another waved off icing.
There's only 20 seconds on the power play now for Austin Peay. You have potentially one last offensive cycle to try and get a scoring opportunity on this power play. Wells will quickly leave it for Alejandro, and the power play expires. Hugh, that is not great if you're the Governors. As McCutch still's in the neutral zone. But Lewis speeding off in towards the corner behind the net. Slap shot! Saved by Ryan.
That was one of the best chances the Governors had all night. Ryan just swallows that one up and doesn't let anything by him. The big man standing there as McCutch gives him a little nod. That was a nice little bounce that it trickled up to Leonard. Leonard just not able to put it back with the slap shot.
Ryan, the big wall, that is Patrick Ryan with the stop. As that was a close scoring chance for the Governors as the Tigers take it down.
Nice pass break, a nice breakup from Alex Snow.
Olavis. Finds the puck on the forecheck, makes a nice move. Olavis.
Olivas just unable to get that one in there after he skated around the Osprey defenders.
Excuse me, Olivas.
Lear saving that puck from going out of the back of the...
As McCutch screams towards the puck here. As this forecheck by the Tigers causing problems for the Lions of Austin Peay. As a slap shot saved by Patrick Ryan. Excuse me, by Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan so far has looked great here for the Tigers.
Yeah, Ryan has done spectacular work in that backstop, holding off the Austin Peay attack. He's faced 17 shots tonight, only let one by. That's a pretty nice little day for himself.
Face off won by the Governors.
Sullivan.
Sullivan trying to chase. Now this puck is cleared away by the Tigers, and it's going to be an icing.
Yeah, interesting icing call as the goalie had played that one at the end of it, but the ref's already making the decision that it was icing. So this puck is going to come back up the ice, and Austin Peay is going to get it at center ice. This is interesting. Icing calls usually go down to the back end of the ice, but here we see them up.
Austin Peay having the better of the face-off so far in this second period compared to the first, where the Tigers were controlling the face-offs. And that contributed to a 4-1 advantage in the first period. Now in the second, Sullivan at the net. It's close. And it's going to be cleared out by the Tigers.
Yeah, some nice plays. Benjamin Grandchamp with an effort to try and get that one in the back of the net. Just couldn't quite get so. And 5 new governors are coming out for Austin Peay.
So far, the Tigers defensively getting pucks in deep and sending line changes for the Governors as the crowd looking forward to what's going to happen here on this next cycle. Alejandro scoots to the middle. His shot. Alejandro making some nice plays. Austin Peay all around, lots of shots on net tonight. As McNair paces towards the right wing. Sneers around. And a shot by Doyle off the pad of Wells.
Yeah, arguably a tip-in opportunity for Jake Panzer to get his second of the night, just unable to get it in there.
Behind the net, chance is in.
Nice passing play for the LSU Tigers. Appeared to be number 7, Gabriel Lear. We may hear officially on the goal announcement. But
Gabriel Lear, the Montreal Canadian. 5-1 to the Tigers.
It'd be crazy if he actually played for the Canadians. But yeah, a nice way to get in front of that net and take the pass from the back behind the net and get it in there. A lot of goals have been scored on Austin Peay like that this year. And Austin Peay might need to take a page out of their playbook and try something of their own down on the other side. It's 5-1 LSU.
Austin Peay wins the face-off.
Yeah, and like how we had talked about at the beginning of the broadcast too, LSU usually averaging about at least 5 goals a game. We already have 5 goals here, and there's still 8 minutes left in this second period.
As Kara loses the puck. Now 2-on-2, past the web. Broken up by Kanjeff. Smith down the right wing, quick shot, snaps it. Misses the net.
Great save from the blue line by number 23, Blake Rodamel.
Webb skates horizontally, great pass. The shot over the net, over the post. Just tuning in, the Tigers up 5-1 against the Governors. 7:15 in the first period. So far, the Tigers have been getting to second chance rebounds, getting to that second puck. And that's what has led to the lead so far.
Yeah, Austin Peay only 3 shots down in the shots on goal count, but 4 goals down in the game. Austin Peay having a lot of pressure on the net, just not converting as often as LSU's been able to do so far this evening.
Face off. Won by Austin Peay again. Pass. Broken up. That's Anderson putting the puck. That's a lobs. Team Olavis.
Hey, that was a really nice move almost for McCutch to try and get that puck back over the blue line at the end of that play there. But LSU doing a lot of what they want on offense. Austin Peay able to break up some passes here and there, grab a puck out in front of the net, but LSU is looking for that pass in front of the net every time.
Austin Peay wins the face-off pulley off the boards. McCutch tries to sprint and taken away.
Oh, nice.
And pulling away is Anderson. Anderson can get to the goal if he can. It's saved by Ryan.
Anderson had the right idea.
Maskey looks to make a move his own. And Anderson battling with Dunbar.
Yeah, Anderson had a really nice play there to try and get that one in on the net. Just got stuffed by the goalie. Couldn't take a real nice shot because the defender was hot right behind him, but tried to stick it through the 5-hole.
Tate on net, no. Interrupted. It's McNair. Only away, the pass, the centering pass misses.
Oh, Panzer's gonna want that one back later.
How good a chance does that get, but they didn't score, and Wells makes a nice save.
That was about as nice as a chance as you get in a hockey game. Dylan Wells tried to do his best to stop that, but the play broken up by a bad shot and an unfortunate rebound. Yeah, we're going to look at this as he tries to get that in. Wells able to stuff that one up, and, you know, he's had some, it's been hard sometimes for him tonight, but he's put out all of his effort in there on a lot of these saves.
Deckman sends it to Doyle. Doyle beats the defender.
Lewis taking a bunch of hits tonight back there on defense.
As an icing call here, and the puck will get reset.
Yeah.
Play will get reset.
Play will get reset. LSU starting to get very comfortable in the Austin Peay offensive zone, and up 4 goals as they should be. They're comfortable, but Austin Peay just not able to bring that offensive pressure like they had. So we're going to get a redo of that face-off, and Peyton Leonard is going to be taking this one now.
Austin Peay winning the face-off again. Alejandro looking for the pass to Leonard. Doesn't find him. As a defenseman, chased by 2 Tigers.
Nice move to try and get that one up, and he gets broken up.
Wolf in the neutral zone. Deckman finds the puck.
It's exactly what you want to try to do if you're Austin Peay on defense. Try and break up some of this in the neutral zone before Wells has to face it.
As the shot is saved by Wells. .401 in the second period.
Yeah, as we see here on that replay, LSU able to drive that one down in the zone. Wells sticking that glove up high before it has any chance of getting to that back corner.
And remember, this is your home for Govs hockey. It's the Austin Peay Sports Network. All home games from the Ford Ice Center will be live on APSU-TV and streamed on the APSU-TV YouTube channel. APSU-TV is available on Spectrum Channel 192, CDE Lightband Channel 9, and AT&T U-verse Channel 99. Govs hockey only on APSN. Remember to follow Austin Peay Sports Network on all social media handles.
Jackson
Smith takes the puck away. Ryan with the stick gets the puck away momentarily. It's right at the crease. Up for Grand Champ, who doesn't secure the puck. Webb tries to get across.
still gets up and gets a shot off, just not on target.
Maskey keeps possession here for the Tigers. Rolls through the slot. Good defensive work by the Governors. Grand Champ turns, passes. And Hugh, let's discuss what's going on in college hockey. Big game tonight between Boston University and Michigan State, number 1 versus number 3 on ESPN2. What a huge game that's going to be here for college hockey.
Yeah, it's two huge powerhouse programs. Boston U, of course, has been a sort of a sleeping giant in years recently, not being able to make the cup. To see the fans here enjoying this college hockey we got for you tonight.
Hugh, this is an exciting weekend to be a Governors fan and also be a fan of this city. As Arena Cross going on right across from us at the F&M Bank Arena. Also, we had the fight night last weekend at the F&M Bank Arena. Red River Spartans playing as a 2-on-1 chance. It's right towards the net and saved by Wells.
It was a good defensive play by some of the Austin Peay Governors to try and keep that one out of that net there to help Wells out a little bit, as we're going to see. Take a look at that one again. LSU just driving down the ice, just gets a shot off, but Wells able to stop that with two other guys helping him out back there.
Maskey has found a way so far in this game to be a problem to the Governors. Right on the slide to Maskey again. Saved by Wells. Wells with some pads of steel so far in this evening's game. Two-on-two. The defenseman tight as Olivas. Towards the right point. His shot off the pads of Wells. Sullivan sneaks the pass through the twine of Rolf Anderson on the centering pass, saved by Ryan.
Anderson, we're seeing a lot of good chances out of him. Of course, Ryan just standing back there strong, unbothered, but he's seen his good fair shot of chances here this evening. Anderson maybe could have taken the shot there himself instead of doing the extra pass, but good efforts from Austin Peay. They're finding their grooving here, Mario.
1:05 to go. LSU wins the face-off, not something we've seen here in this second period. As Alejandro takes it away. Leonard stops. Just held up by 3 LSU Tigers. As Ryan will hold up the icing.
Yeah, another great opportunity for Austin Peay to try and get that puck in there. Just unfortunately couldn't get it. This crowd here is still waiting with anticipation for that second goal, but we might have to wait for a third period as we only have 22.8 seconds left in this one.
Remember the intermission report coming to you here in the second period, at the end of the second period.
Oh, we're getting another face-off. Looks like we're getting, you see Deckman there standing at the top. Panzer going to face off against Dylan Karanjeff. We've seen it a lot of tonight.
Dunbar, top of the point, rips it, saved on the glove of Dylan Wells.
A textbook offensive play from LSU, lining up the defender with the shot, getting the bodies in front to try and deflect that one and spook the goaltender. Great job by LSU.
Quickly, Wells has faced a lot of shots so far this season, Hugh. What defensively does APSU do here to try to slow the shots down?
Well, right now you've got 12 and a half seconds before the end of the period. You just got to finish strong. You don't need to be doing too many icing calls like that. If you want off of the ice, you've got to throw it off of the boards or something.
LSU wins the face-off again. Wells has to cover up quick. Gets the save.
Wells doing his best tonight. Seen 32 shots in 40 minutes. It's never an easy task.
10 seconds to go in the second period. It's Doyle, it's Smith at the face-off circle. Won by the Governors. Smith, spinorama, but Dunbar at the top of the point, snaps it, saved by Wells to end the period. 5-1, Tigers lead by 4 as we close out the second period.
Great eyes by Wells to clean that one up and take us out of this period. Austin Peay down 4 goals, but fighting as hard as we possibly can here in Clarksville.
Stay tuned for our APSN intermission report featuring the best of our Meet the Govs interview. We'll rejoin you for game highlights shortly. This is Govs Hockey on APSN.
I mean, I got a couple favorite terms.
Yeah, we just kind of go along, and like usually like every once in a while someone will make up a new word that just doesn't really make sense, but it's just kind of funny, and we just go with it for a little bit.
Me and a lot of the boys, we like to say Ferda, which is just, you know, you make a big play, you have a sick goal, take a hit, you know what I mean? It's Ferda, you know, it's for the boys, for the family.
A lot of guys say get pucks deep. That's always like the message. And, you know, that just kind of means like if you have no other pass and you're in the neutral zone, just getting the puck deep is the safest option. You give your forwards a chance to get the puck and like get a chance to score a goal on the offensive end.
Tindy, you know, it's what we refer to as our goalies.
You got to have good lettuce. That's where your hair comes out the bottom of your helmet, and I need to grow mine out a little bit.
I love protecting my Tindy.
Ferda. It's like kind of a different way to say Forda. It's like Ferda, like Ferda boys. So I don't know. It's kind of goofy, but it sticks.
My favorite word right now is probably nip the goalie. It's basically like when the goalie has his glove up and you score above his glove, or I'll usually say when grandma hides the cookies in the top shelf. It's my favorite one.
But I'm gonna grow some lettuce for everybody to be happy in the helmet.
Probably a lot of terms that, you know, don't need to be said on camera, but, you know.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the weekly interview. Today I am joined with Bree. Bree's on the softball team here at Austin Peay. Tell us a little about yourself.
So I'm a junior outfielder. I'm from Burleson, Tennessee, which is north of Memphis. I've been at Austin Peay all 3 years, so getting a little old here, but that's about it.
Okay, Miss Bree, and then tell us just a little bit about you growing up. How'd you choose softball as a sport that you wanted to do?
Well, my brothers, I have 2 older brothers. They're 5 and 6 years older than me, so a big age gap.
Yeah.
So they were already in their like prime of starting baseball, and like I just wanted to be included. So I was like, I'm gonna go to their practices. I'm gonna include myself. I don't care if I'm good or if I'm bad. And I just happened to be really good at it. And so I started playing softball at a really young age. I played t-ball through everything, and then I started travel ball at 7. And I played for the same organization all the way until I went to college. So, I don't know. I've played other sports, and my other sports were just my escape from softball. So, like volleyball, I could just mess around, and I was athletic, so I could be good and mess around. And like softball is like, I'm here, I'm playing the game. You can't mess around, you have to do good. Everyone's watching you. So just the other sports were just like my escape to have fun.
Yeah,
which
so
softball's
you
fun.
mentioned volleyball. So
Yes.
what position did you play in volleyball?
I was a middle hitter.
Okay.
So I was the person, I went up, I tried to hit the 10-foot line every single time.
Yeah.
And if I got to hit somebody in the head, then, I mean, that was just a plus too. So
And did you play any other sports or just volleyball?
I played basketball through middle school. I really liked it. It was fun. And then whenever I went to high school, I played for a little bit, and then I kind of lost the love of the sport. And then
Yeah.
I wanted to go back my senior year, and my dad was like, no, we're not going back. You're going to hurt yourself. You have too much on the line. You're not going back. I also did cross country. I actually enjoyed that, which sounds insane, but I did cross country I think I did it 3 years. I didn't do it my senior year, but I have records at my high school for that as well. But
So talk a little more about that.
Okay.
The records and everything.
So I was the first individual, I'm not sure if it was really the first, but in my head I was the first individual to go to state for girls cross country, and my team of that year, we also went to state, and I think we placed pretty high, so like that was another point that we got the record. And I ran one race in like 21 minutes, which is like
That's like unheard of.
Yeah.
Because it's like long.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. And then what made you think about playing softball in college? Like in high school, like did you always know that you were going to do that, or is that something that you worked for and like you were like, oh wait, I should actually take this serious?
So ever since I was little, I would always watch like SEC teams on TV. Like that was the most known teams that were going to be on like our direct TV or whatever.
Yeah.
So I always watched them, and I would tell my parents, I'd be like, I'm going to do that one day. And it was just like the work ethic and like reminding myself of that goal when I was so little just like built up. And now I tell you, there's times like I could have left my cleats in the back of the car and never looked at them again. But like it's just part of your sport. So just being able to face that and still continue on through your sport.
Yeah. And how was it like being recruited by Austin Peay? Because you're only 3 hours away, where like a lot of the team comes from like out of state. So like how was it different, like being recruited?
So when I was getting recruited, I told my mom, I was like, I'm going far away.
Yeah.
I'm going far away. I'm never looking back. I may come back. I don't know. And then, so our recruiting process starts on September 1st of your junior year. So September 1st, Coach K called me, and I was like, I have no clue who Austin Peay is. Like, who is this school? I'm just going to listen to what the coach has to say. And so she calls me, and she's like, I know you're from Tennessee, blah, blah, blah. We'd love to get you on campus. I came to campus, and I was like, I still have no clue what this school is. I feel like it's going to be a school I do not like. Like, I came in to campus with the worst mindset,
Yeah.
honestly, just because you see everyone who's like, I'm going to Tennessee, I'm going to Alabama, and
Yeah.
it's like, that was my initial goal, but there's other factors that play into that as well. So coming on campus, I literally looked at my mom, and I was like, I love it here. Like, I love this school. I was like, I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like this is my home. So I waited a little bit, and then I finally called Coach K, and I was like, I want to come to school here. So just like, for me, my biggest thing is I wanted to come to a school where it didn't matter your age, that I could compete.
Yeah.
If I was to go to a big school, they look at freshmen, they're like, well, she's probably not going to play, she's a freshman. And I wanted to make my name known because of who I am and not who the school I'm at.
Yeah.
So that was a big factor in coming here as well.
Yeah. And what other schools were recruiting you whenever Austin Peay was actively recruiting you?
So I committed really fast. So I didn't really get the whole process.
Okay.
But there was like Martin, McNeese, Alabama at Birmingham, just some other like mid-majors as well.
Yeah.
But most people don't commit as fast as I did, but everyone doesn't find their home as fast as I did either. So you kind of have to weigh in both factors.
So did you commit before your senior year of high school?
Yes.
Oh, so you committed early.
Yes. So I committed October. So she calls me in September, and I was committed in October. So throughout that whole year and a half, everyone wanted me to open my recruitment back up, and I was like, no, I love this school. I love the coach. Nothing is going to change about that.
Yeah.
You can't tell someone to change their mind about something that they love. So that was throughout my whole junior and senior year of softball, everyone was like, there's no reason you should be going there. You're already committed so fast. Open it back up. See what else you can get. And my whole thought was the love that I had for this school. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And then last year was one of your best seasons at Austin Peay. So why don't we talk a little bit about that, all of the awards that you got, and all the outstanding recognition?
So last year was a little different for me. I was coming back from ankle reconstruction surgery. So going into the season, I was very timid of what I was going to be able to do. And I think just being put out on the side for that 3 months that I was made me fall in love with the game even more and made me strive to work harder. So the All ASUN team, that was my goal. So we set goals in the fall of what you want your spring season to look like. And one of my goals was to get first team All ASUN, and I did receive that. Now my goal this year is to make region or become an All-American, which is top of the top, but you can't limit your goals because of who you are and what you can do.
So what are you doing to prepare for that, for this new season that's starting, that's already underway actually? What are you doing, like personally, to prepare to reach your goals?
I'd say just like, I put a lot of pressure on myself, so the more pressure I put on myself, the worse I do.
Yeah.
So like my growth this year is going to be to try and forget that. Like if I strike out one at bat, that doesn't determine my next at bat. So finding the way to separate those two at bats is going to make me to the next level that I can be. And we also have this machine, it's called Black Box, and it's like our most realistic pitching like machine we have. And me and that thing are like best friends.
Yeah.
Like I literally loved hitting off of that. Everyone's like, I can't figure out the timing, which it is really hard. Like we got a new one and then it messes up your timing and everything. But I think just taking my reps seriously and like grinding in that time and appreciating the game is going to pay off.
Yes. And you had like you said you were all team?
Yeah, all ASUN.
All ASUN. Okay, so what does that achievement mean to you?
I mean, I don't know how to say it. I mean, it's great to get it. It means like you're one of the best in your conference. I mean, it's a great accomplishment that I really haven't sat down and really thought about, honestly, just because I was named third team my freshman year. And so just coming in as a freshman and being able to get one of those achievements was just crazy, I feel like. So I think just sitting down and like actually thinking, wow, like you were one of the top people in your conference, like people were scared of you, is like crazy to even think about. I don't know.
Yeah. And then for this upcoming season, like what are you doing to like stay in that mindset, to stay in the game and all of the things?
I feel like finding your people, Coach K says that a lot, but like having that person that can look at me if I'm in my head and be like, figure it out. Like the team needs you. And I think last year I was able to be selfless and allow myself to perform for the team rather than myself. So that's where the difference in everything changed. So I feel like just building on that and knowing that doing it for your team is better than doing it for yourself. And Coach K also says the game knows. So like if you're just not doing what you're supposed to be doing, the game knows, and like it's going to come back and bite you in the butt.
Yeah, yeah. And with the games that y'all have been playing, what's something that you've noticed like as a whole, as a team, that y'all need to work on? What's been good, what's been great, but what's been not so great?
One of our things that we've been talking about is our situational hitting. So when we get a player on base, they sit there. Like we're not moving them, we're not scoring them. We just have to figure out a way to get all the hitters to buy into finding a way to move that runner or score that runner, which we do have 14 new people on the team. So adjusting to a new team dynamic and standards is definitely going to be very hard. But I think we do have a good team culture, which is the base of everything. So if you don't have a team culture, then you have nothing.
Yeah.
So.
And then for the games ahead, like what are you focusing on?
I think my focus is changing to be the best leader that I can be. So with all those new people, and there's some returners who weren't able to step on the field last year due to injury or just different circumstances, that being that leader who knows Austin Peay softball and knows the standard, just being that person that they can look at and be like, I want to be just like her. I want to do how she does, and like just leading the team in a different way than I've ever thought of.
Yes, of course. And then this is going to be a silly question, but what's your typical game day? Like, what do you do when you wake up? What do you do when you are getting ready to go to the game? Like, what does that look like for you?
So I've kind of lost like my superstitions, which is really crazy because in high school I was crazy about them. Like I was like, if I don't drink this drink before the game, I'm going to go 0 for 3. If I don't drink this and I don't eat that. But now I'm just like, I just show up to the locker room. I kind of just hang out. I don't know. I wear these bracelets. I've worn these for 3 years. I haven't taken them off. One of them broke, so I bought one and got it shipped overnight to me before we left the next day to go out of town. But I think these bracelets are probably one of my most superstitious things about me. And then I wear the same jewelry. If I go 0 for 3, I might change my jewelry. But if I go 3 for 3 with it on, it's going to stay on until
it's going to stay on until, yeah, it's going to stay on.
Yeah, it doesn't change. But I don't really have like a routine of the day or anything. I don't know. I like to drink an energy drink before the games. That's about it. Everything else is just normal now.
Okay, so what kind of energy drinks?
I used to drink Alani's, but now I drink like a Red Bull with flavoring in it. So.
Okay, what's your favorite Red Bull currently at this moment in time?
I drink the plain ones, and I make them like 7 Brew does. So I put like the strawberry and the blue raspberry and everything else syrups in there. And then
so you have it at home 7 Brew?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well that has been all the time today. I'm Haley and this is Bree. Thank you so much for joining us for our weekly interview. How long was that? Oh.
From the start of an Austin Peay student's journey, they expect more. They expect to gain real-world experiences to set them apart. They expect to learn with state-of-the-art tools and facilities, so we give it to them. We show them how to be effective social workers, enhancing everyone's well-being. They experience how their classroom lessons change lives. So when our graduates look back, they'll see it all starts at Austin Peay.
Welcome back to the Ford Ice Center here in Clarksville, Tennessee. It's the start of the third period. Hugh, what have you seen so far in this game?
Well, we've seen a lot of great plays. Olivas getting that one over to his man to get that goal in for LSU, as we see here from a nice angle from behind the goalie as well. Olivas again, or this is actually number 8, driving that into the net. Wells able to stop that one dead in its tracks. Again, LSU taking a lot of these chances up the ice. The offensive pressure getting to Austin Peay a little bit here in the second period. Austin Peay, of course, doing a lot of face-offing themselves throughout the night. A lot of stops and starts. But LSU just trying to shut this down before it becomes any sort of comeback opportunity. Dylan Wells with a nice save there to wrap that one up. Of course, another play in here. Roadhamel traps that one in there, and Bryant just stuffs that one. Grabbing this puck down here is Lewis. Lewis tried to get something there. Leonard with that quick shot opportunity just could not capitalize for the Governors, and this is why Governors are only sitting down here at 5-1 as we start the period, Mario.
As a tie-up, Austin Peay winning it off the draw. 5-1, a 4-goal lead for the LSU Tigers. Last season, we saw some good comebacks here at the Ford Ice Center. Is another one on the horizon here for the Governors.
Well, a wise man from Canada actually once said, never say never. So we still to this day try and do that.
Speaking of Canada, let's talk. Maskey takes the puck away. It's a 2-on-1. Alavis right down with him. And it'll be taken away by Alejandro.
Good defensive stop there. That's what a center is supposed to do on defense. Break up that pass opportunity. Don't let them throw that puck in between, right in front of your goalie.
Hugh does great defensive positioning in the slide. Dunbar, quick shot. Flies over the post.
Gobbled up by Christensen. Jackson Smith trying to keep this one in. LSU's just doing a good job of putting pressure on Austin Peay so far.
Hugh, as Dylan Wells iced the puck. Let's talk about what's going on in MD3 College Hockey South. Tennessee versus Mid-Tennessee State.
Yeah, a good in-state rivalry if you see it over the last couple years. Good in-state matchups, always exciting. Of course, we've got a couple of Tennesseans for LSU and Austin Peay here tonight. I'm sure they're a little bit interested in that one.
And then you got Miami and Tampa as well, and USF versus Lynn University. Lynn looking for their first win on the season as well.
Yeah, the Miami Hurricanes having an all right year so far. Of course, their spectacular season there in football is they're number 2 in the country, but club hockey, just the same, competing here against these two teams later in this season.
Rottingham had a chance at the puck.
Nice hit on Majewski either way. Roadhamel gobbling that one up, trying to get that one back up the ice. It trickles to Singleton.
It's taken away by Nair, who just stepped onto the puck, and that will be a delayed tripping call.
Yeah, Roadhamel going ahead and throwing that stick in between his feet to get him tripped up as he laughs it off with a teammate after he falls down. We'll see if Roadhamel walking into that bench there for that tripping call. We'll see if Austin Peay's penalty kill unit can do what it did for that second power play opportunity in that first period. That first one that made it 5-on-4 before it was 5-on-3. Of course, they scored on, but they were able to stop the last two they've had that Tigers have had since.
5-on-4 advantage to the Tigers here. It's going to be a 2-minute minor. Roth, slap shot, saved by Wells.
Yeah, Wells doing a nice job there, as you could see him standing strong. Despite the score right now, Wells has had some nice plays here tonight. And as you can see on this replay, though, LSU just bringing that shot in from number 39 up to Roth, who tries to throw that in there, and Wells able to stop it.
Hugh, let's also talk about what's going on here with Austin Peay football quickly, as the Governors take a trip as Murray to try to quickly get Austin Peay with a 2-on-1. Pass missed.
Terrific pass from Leonard, just could not get to the end of the stick from Bruneau, and Austin Peay not able to capitalize on that one either.
Excuse me, Austin Peay football not in action this weekend, actually.
Now, they're coming off of a road trip against EKU, a sad loss there, but in a tough one. Austin Peay battling strong in football this year. We'll see what they can do next week at home against North Alabama.
It's homecoming weekend for the Governors coming up. Austin Peay looking for some big results. Dunbar looking for a big one as Manair, the pass, scores. It's Mayski for the hat trick.
The kid out of Franklin, the freshman. 6 foot, 177, skates away with his teammates. As you can see here, they're driving up the ice, getting around some defenders. The puck gets to a winger who throws it to Majewski, waiting there on the left side. Buries it before Wells had a chance to get across that crease.
Majewski with the one-timer through the net. 6-1. 16:47. Power play now over.
We got 47. Well, that was the end of that power play after LSU scored that one in the back. And
both Austin Peay and LSU scoring power play goals here in this game. Hugh.
Yeah, that's Majewski's second of the night as well, by the way. That's quite a night to have. Of course, he's not alone. Rowan Dunbar has a goal and assist tonight for LSU, as well as Trevor Doyle has 2 assists.
And icing is called. LSU, advantageous position down at the face-off circle.
Yeah. Austin Peay going to take it from the back right corner. LSU has got Dunbar sitting at the top, waiting for a pass to come up.
Shout out Red River Spartans here playing right after us at the Ford Ice Center. Going against the Metro Jets here later on as Olivas.
Yeah, that'll be a very interesting matchup to watch. Again, the Metro Jets, I believe, eliminated the Red River Spartans from the playoffs last year in the divisional round. We'll see if Red River comes out with any, looking for any blood in the water.
Maysky shot deflected off of the Governors. As Tay is knocked down, centering pass. McCutch was looking for the one-timer.
Yeah, couldn't connect on that one.
And McCutch again, spinning around, just doing whoever offense to try to get towards the net.
I've been very impressed with McCutch's play tonight. Always looking for a man after the attack. Very good on the forecheck, like you saw there, just able to break up some momentum.
Alejandro breaks it up. 2-on-2 with Singleton. Trying to get past the defender Dunbar, who knocks Singleton over. Alejandro.
Alejandro with a really nice move we saw right in front of us here, with being able to just dribble that puck, getting around two LSU defenders, try and get a breakaway chance down. Just not able to get around the last guy to beat.
A reminder that it's game 2 here between Austin Peay and the LSU Tigers. A 9 p.m. puck drop from the Ford Ice Center. It's going to be a late night here at Ford Ice Center. The fans are ready for it. Are you ready for it? As the Governors ready to try to score some more goals on the board.
Yeah, it's a nice
in the offensive zone.
It's a nice, exciting weekend of hockey matchups for the Spartans and the Governors.
Right back here on the Austin Peay Sports Network on the Austin Peay TV YouTube channel. Also updating you on all social media handles of Austin Peay Sports Network, as Wells covers the puck up.
Wells keeping that one out of the net. He's faced 39 shots tonight. It's not an easy task for anybody to get a puck, keep all of the pucks out of the net. When you're facing 40 shots, you're probably going to see a couple slip by you, but just got to hold your head high and stay focused and stop the next one.
Hugh, LSU, a lot of players from different parts of the country here making up their roster.
They got a lot of
That series pass is scored by McNair. 7-1.
Yeah, McNair, another guy with 2 points on the night, able to bury that one for his first goal of the game. As you can see here, they take off on the forecheck opportunity. Austin Peay not able to break that one out, and LSU's got 2 forwards just sitting there waiting to put that one in the net.
As an announcer once said, hum diddly dee, he was just sitting there in the right circle and was able to put the puck in the back of the net.
That's a nice throwback.
Shout out Charlotte Hornets. 13:40 in the third period with a 6-goal lead for the LSU Tigers.
How do you think the Charlotte Hornets are going to do this season?
I don't think they're going to do much at all this season, in my opinion, as they got LaMelo Ball, who's an NBA All-Star, of course, as that puck just slides through. As in the right point, it's Deckman. But 2-on-1 here for the Governors. Leonard loses the puck in space.
Good defensive play by LSU there from Detchman.
And again, back to the Hornets quickly, Hugh. I think LaMelo Ball, a great potential all-star, if on the court, a lot more than he was last season. But, I mean, the Hornets got a lot of work to do. P.J. Washington was there. And we'll see how that goes.
Kiara had a couple of really nice plays there on the forecheck, and then now Karen Jamel's fighting over there down against some players.
Osby takes it back away. Kiara tries to take the puck away.
And we're going to get a penalty on LSU. Yes.
And it's an Austin Peay power play.
Detchman's going into the box. Looks like it's going to be obstruction. Is the crowd still in here hanging on? Of course, maybe not the result they thought they were going to see tonight, but the fan base is excited and eager for hockey, which makes these nights with 2 back-to-back games so exciting. So you see Detchman there, sitting there in the bench, thinking about what he's done.
Tie up, Austin Peay wins the face-off. Leonard on the left circle, his shot saved by Ryan.
And that right there is the play you want the Governors to try and make more of. The cross-ice passes against 2 different guys going to either bar in front of the net, trying to make a tip in before the goalie can even react to it.
LSU drives the puck in deep here to get a change out on the ice. Good defensive clearance as Sullivan hit by Dunbar.
Absorbs it, though.
Takes it on the chin, but back to life. And
Cale Lewis trying to get this one broken out with his partner in crime back there right now. Actually, that's Anderson bringing that puck up.
5-on-4, man advantage towards the Governors. But the Tigers try to take it away as Maskey, it's taken back over by Alejandro, and it's an offside.
Governors trying their best out here tonight, unable to get across the line that time. LSU doing a lot better on defense since that start of the game when they seemed to be punched in the mouth right away when Austin Peay scored that one.
Let's touch on some NHL games going on right now. In the professionals, it's the Red Wings up early on the Tampa Bay Lightning, 1-0. Of course, Tampa Bay Lightning, part of the Florida Triumvirate, that is them and the Florida Panthers winning the last few Stanley Cups.
Yeah, goal from Alex Sandin Pellikka, another Finnish player for the storied franchise that is the Detroit Red Wings.
As Austin Peay wins the face-off. Wristed from the point. And again, the LSU Tigers rips it away.
They're calling.
Not much going here for the Governors on this power play.
There, yeah. That's going to be number 16, Joshua Wolf, going to the box for the Governors this time.
So we'll have a
Wolf is sitting down, starts to be sitting down. I believe they might have called an obstruction for that one. That was a quick penalty.
We'll have 4-on-4 quickly and then a 5-on-4 going for the LSU Tigers.
Yeah.
So the Wild are playing the Capitals right now. Nothing between those two. It's Kirill Kaprizov, who looks to be a great player here for the Wild. And then the old adage, that is Alex Ovechkin. One of the best point shooters in NHL history, arguably.
One of the greatest goal scorers of all time at the ripe old age of over 40. It's good to see him still playing on the ice.
Just recently, the all-time goal scorer, taking over Wayne Gretzky. And then you got the Canucks playing the Blackhawks or the Connor Bedards, as the Blackhawks are going to look for a victory there. And then the Sharks playing the newly named Utah Mammoth.
Yeah, I like to see what's going to come of Chicago this year. Of course, all the hype from Bedard the last couple of years. We'll see if he actually pans out here in year 3.
How about the Sharks with a recent #1 pick and their development?
Yeah, the Sharks developing well, of course. You get a lot of good draft picks when you're down at the bottom of the league for a few years, but you hope something of them pan out one day, unless you're the Buffalo Sabres.
And, of course, there's also games tomorrow. The Predators right here, in Winnipeg, are going to face the Winnipeg Jets, which is funny because the Red River Spartans are playing the Metro Jets.
That is a good point, yeah. So
How
we get
ironic.
some good luck for the Middle Tennessee hockey squads against the Jets this weekend.
Predators, so far, a decent start to the season, better than last season. They're working on that box-in-one strategy and see how it plays out for them the rest of the season. Jets look to be a Stanley Cup contender. Panthers play the Sabres. Sabres having some problems here early on. Fortunately, Hugh would know that all too well.
Yeah, I mean, a good offensive performance in Game 4 against the Ottawa Senators. And whenever the Sabres beat the Senators, it's about like when Tennessee beats Vanderbilt in football. You know, for all of you at home watching from Tennessee, it's always a feeling of, yeah, we should be doing this, but sometimes it doesn't always happen. So
Webb skating back for the puck. Austin Peay takes it away. Trying to accelerate towards the puck. Smith able to control it, but all sides behind the line briefly.
Ryan caught that one like a shortstop.
Webb
Right?
on the right wing. Open as can be, as Murray is going to take after him to get the puck.
Yeah, we get some breakout efforts from Cale Lewis again. Trying to hold the defensive lines strong as the top pairing.
And quickly back to your Sabres. We've seen crash outs on the internet, jerseys being flown into the ice. It's been an interesting week for the Sabres.
Yeah, that's the Buffalo Sabres for you. Man.
And a huge hit, laying them
just
on the ground is Kahira.
7 looks like he's hobbling a little bit for LSU. Gabriel Lear. Now everybody. Oh, they're putting Kihara in the box because he hit him very hard, I imagine. They're calling it unsportsmanlike or boarding. Oh. They just, I think, put Webb. I think they just sent Webb to the locker room.
Webb is going to be ejected from this game.
As you see behind the penalty box right now, Webb is walking away back to the bench behind the goals. Oh, he's trying to talk a little bit to the bench of Austin Peay. We'll see what comes of that. But as you see here, the play is starting out. Austin Peay getting a large hit on LSU. As you see here, they're skating for the puck down here. Number 7's going to get it, and right after that play cuts away, he is able to, the Austin Peay defender, Kahara, just levels him back in that corner, Mario, and you could hear the whole building gasp when that happened. It was quite a leveled hit, and hopefully 7's okay. I've saw him hobble a little bit to the ice, but it looks like LSU's going to at least be down without Webb for the rest of this game. Of course, 6 goals with 8 to go. Not terribly hard, but that was quite a hit. Now we're on 4-on-4 power play actually.
And Hugh, when you take a hit like that, for the Governors, what does that do for them as the shot on net is saved?
That definitely gives them some momentum going, baby, back into the locker room at the end of this game, despite the score. Maybe everybody starts talking about that a little bit, start thinking about how they're going to hit them tomorrow when they come back out here at 9 o'clock.
Quickly finishing up NHL scores, it's tomorrow. Islanders going against the Senators, Oilers, Devils, Kraken, Maple Leafs, Rangers, Canadians, Wild Flyers, Lightning, Blue Jackets, Stars, Blues, Bruins, Avalanche, Hurricanes, Kings, the Flames and the Golden Knights, and the Penguins and the Sharks.
Yeah, a lot of good hockey games. We'll see what comes of them. It's very young in the season. We'll see what all happens, but...
And we will update you here for tomorrow's games on the results. Let's go, Peay. Chance breaking out as Leeds. Can he get to the puck? Saved by Ryan.
Leeds had a golden opportunity in front of the net. It was laying right in front of Patrick Ryan, was trying to get that one through. Ryan bobbled the frozen attempt at first, and Leeds unable to get that one out of Ryan's way. As you see here, Leeds just bringing that in, takes the puck momentarily from Ryan, but Ryan able to gobble it back up again, and Austin Peay takes a face-off in their offensive zone.
Slingshot pass to Maskey. Left wing. Laid towards the ground.
What a hit. I mean, just...
Cal Lewis ripped him.
And that's why he plays defense, Mario. Cale Lewis holding that down the back blue line. I mean, what a hit. That was impressive.
And now a puck towards the face, unfortunately, to Alejandro.
We'll see if some blood drips off of his chin here in a minute, but it appears as though he's able to continue.
In this game, both teams, of course, we said earlier in the opening of this broadcast, two physical styles, and you're seeing that class Alejandro at the net. It's right there for the Governors. But Ryan pokes it out at the last daring second. 6 minutes to go.
Good effort from Alex Snow to try to keep that play in there at the end to try and make something out of that. But
the energy is being matched from the fans and the players on the ice at the moment.
Yeah, we might see a little bit of this for the rest of this period. We got 5:42.
Kiera's knocked around by Roth.
Oh, we got a full-blown car crash derby. We got a demolition derby, Mario.
2-on-2. They make for some fine roller derby players with the way this game is going. Sullivan. Dunbar gives him a little stutter step on the right side.
It's another opportunity out there for this time for number 9, Lan Franchi.
And it's a 2-on-1. Siegelman's got to get on sides. Siegelman gets the pass back towards, can't find it.
Good save to keep that one in, though. And Austin Peay able to get another opportunity out of this.
Sullivan right at the defender.
Yeah, stop blocked by Gabriel Lear, the Canadian.
The intensity of this game is now on a high. Singleton's shot. Saved by Ryan. 4:28.
LSU bringing
these
the
hits.
Heat, and Austin Peay bringing the battering ram.
Hugh, you would have thought this is Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals the way both of these teams are hitting at this point.
You would have thought this, yeah, you would have thought a couple of things there. Looking at this, there might have been some trash talk going on in the last couple periods we couldn't hear up here in the booth. Seems like some emotions are running high, a couple of these players, but it's all fun and sportsmanship in the end.
There's more intensity in this than there was for the Florida Panthers playing the Dallas Stars in Game 7 last year.
Man, Austin Peay just laying hits on LSU left and right here in the third period.
And right now, Michigan State and NCAA College Hockey up 3-1 on Boston University. That would be an upset over the number 1 Boston as the Tigers score for number 8.
I believe that's number 17, Trevor Doyle, the sophomore out of Massachusetts. He was able to bury that one for him and just, well, LSU has 8 goals, Mario.
3:57 in the third period.
Yeah. But going back to that Michigan State score, it's fitting that the game that's 3-1 is up 3-1 right now.
The Tigers up by a lot and then some.
Tigers doing everything they want on offense. Austin Peay struggling to keep Tigers out of the net.
They scored 5 goals a game here since game number 1 in semester 1. Anderson shoves from behind. Excuse me, that was not Anderson. That was number 7. Can Jeff. Hugh, Saturday night, it's going to be a Halloween-themed night here from the Ford Ice Center. Everybody looking forward to that. And a 9 p.m. puck drop as well. Spooky season is coming along. And we'll see if the Governors are not scared to get, we'll see if the Governors are not scared to get a first win on the season.
Yeah, first win at home. There's a good opportunity to get that here before the end of October, and it's nice to see Austin Peay get a lot of shots on the net here tonight. Of course, it is 37-43 here in shots on goal tonight. A 6-goal difference. Ironically, more goals separate the Governors and Tigers tonight than shots.
Smith, shot on net, saved by Ryan, who reacts to it.
Ryan just stuffing a Governor's offensive threats at all times. He hands that puck off to the stripes.
Ryan has had good vision all night here from the crease.
As
and
he
able
had.
to just move around and roll through that butterfly position.
Had that vision the whole time on that breakaway chance.
2:43 in the third period.
Another icing call. This one's going to go back to the Baton Rouge defensive zone.
2:34. The drought will last, unfortunately, one more game here at home.
Do you
and
think
it
they
will
spell
extend to Saturday night.
Yeah. Do you think they spell goal G-E-A-U-X-L in LSU like they do go? You know, G-E-A-U-X. I think that's a marketing
That'd be pretty
opportunity
creative,
for them.
right? I'd think about trying to trademark that
Yeah.
if I was the LSU Tigers.
They'll probably get that. I'm sure they've got some form of trademark for that.
And so far, LSU's had a lot of LLC here over these Governors.
Number 11 drives it up the ice, Singleton. Another stop by Ryan. Was going to freeze it, but then not so fast, says the Austin Peay Governors.
Flop pass to McCutch. Shot. Missed.
Those are the saves you want Austin Peay to really make right now. You're not going to win this game in a minute 40 down 7 goals, but you can stop LSU a couple of times here should they apply more pressure like they had done just there. Good save by Wells.
Leave this to Lear. Lear, a goal scorer in the second period for the Tigers.
LSU keeping that puck in. Lear again keeping that in. Singleton trying to take that from him, but McCutch just
looks, fakes. Lear goes to Maskey.
Majewski looking for that hat-trick goal still before the time runs out here. As you hear Mr. Reeves say, we have only got less than 1 minute left here in this period.
And as Predators fans would say in the Bridgestone Arena, thanks, Brian. 2-on-2. Sullivan. A chance. Nothing going as LSU trying to clear the puck back.
Yeah, Sullivan trying to get some space open for the offense, but no
if
dice.
you're watching us here at the Ford Ice Center, make sure to stick around and tune in. Make sure to stick around and stay in your seats as the Red River Spartans take on the Metro Jets. A lot of Spartans players already arriving at the Ford Ice Center.
And be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 9 o'clock as the Governors take on the Bayou Tigers again.
As the Tigers go down to Clarksville, it's a brawl.
Oh, we've got a brawl to end this one. They waited until the end of the game to settle out their beef, and the fans are loving it. Oh, as Kihara blocks our shot a little bit there, but
it's a Friday at the bar.
Oh, you see Alejandro, we got helmets off. Sullivan and Alejandro getting backed off of Trevor Doyle from Massachusetts. Roth and Dunbar helping to break that one up. 11 trying to sort out what happened. Majewski Some of Eric Roth getting in there. Austin Peay, the whole bench is, nearly the whole bench is out on the ice right now. Both goalies. Christensen giving a couple words out to the Tigers. What a game.
As the Tigers, with the ferocity of an 8-1 win, out of the Lions' Den, they went to Clarksville. They came, they conquered here for game number 1 with a 7-goal win as the Tigers with a 1-0 lead going into game 2. As today's game has been produced by sports communication students from the Austin Peay State University Department of Communication. This has been a presentation of the Austin Peay Sports Network. 8-1 Tigers win. We'll see you on Saturday night.